Okay, I am back. At least I hope so. God, Steam and OBS just absolutely love taking the boots. Thank you, Curse. I appreciate it. There we go. Oh, why is that doing that? Okay, that fixed it. Okay, so what it was doing before was a solid line. It should actually be doing more like this. See the difference? So, we're gonna switch the color up because this is our sketch layer. And we want to be able to pull that apart. So, when we go into Illustrator to do our line work later, it won't look like trash garbage. And pardon, I'm going to be rotating this a lot. Okay, so it's kind of like that. Then her shoulder is over here. By the way, the model that I'm using is courtesy of Adorkastock. She is amazing. I highly recommend her if you want to get into drawing and you need poses. Because her and her crew that she uses for stock images and the like, they do some amazing goddamn work. Okay, and we are going to give her that nice thick booty. We're not going to forget she has the other half of her back over here slightly. I have issues drawing because of my arm. Oh, I mean, I have an intermittent tremor. Here, this is me drawing a solid line without putting too much pressure to try and control the tremor. Hold on, I'll zoom in so you can see it better. This is me trying to draw a straight line. It's not great. That's me trying again. It gets a little bit better, like, the more I practice, but even still, there's a reason why all of my shit is super sketchy. I think it's still better than my arm. There's plenty of ways that you can utilize your ability to draw. There's plenty of ways you can utilize to draw. Like, after I get this all set up with the drawing, because I'm just drawing a single figure. I'm not doing, like, an entire scape for her yet. So I'll show you how Illustrator can actually help you draw quite a bit, and with newer programs, I'm just a fucking boomer. I have a hard time adjusting to new mediums and such. This drops a little bit lower. Have to show me later. I got work in like 5 minutes. I'll post the VOD if you're curious. Wanted to drop by, see how the stream is going. Yeah, I just started. Thank you. I appreciate it. She got that big donkey donk. We need to make this one a bit bigger because we're trying to go for more of a side angle. Because she's showing us this part of her hip, I want to make that one appear larger. Well, this one is receding into the back. A bit more. Give a good outline of the back. Just give myself a little reference there. That. Let's see, this is kind of curving over instead of going straight. I'm gonna do some foreshortening slightly. This is just gonna be straight. The leg kind of folds over. I think we just want to make that flat there. She's not sitting completely on the edge. And we will straighten this up later. Because this is not going to be our final set piece here that she's sitting on. Because in the original, she's sitting on a rock. But I didn't know how to draw rocks. So we're just going to give that a bit of basic direction. So we know where our model's legs end and how much to fold over. So I'm going to do a little chub. I'm going to fatten this up. Give her knee more pronunciation. Round these in. Let's see. And how much can you cannot see the bust from there, so we don't have to draw boobs. That's nice. The hardest part is always drawing the face for me. Hooray! I swear to God I have facial blindness. Okay, this ends about here-ish. us a rough idea of how big the head is. Because her head actually stops like about here. So everything covering this is all going to be here. This is going to go up a little bit more along with this, because otherwise her neck is way too long. I think we need to scooch that in a little bit more. Go into the elbow, because your elbow goes roughly to the bottom of your rib cage. This is about where the ribs are. Then we foreshorten the arm down to here. Leave just a little hint. Of that, and get rid of this. That was weird. That felt like an earthquake. Huh. Wonder what that was about. Must have been my cat dreaming. Probably need to flatten out the bottom of the cheeks a little bit more. To give her some weight to her sitting. Let's get rid of these so we can actually see what we're doing. We're going to mark out where the eyes are. It's a little bit too far forward. That shoulder blade is way too big. Shoulder blades are more this sized. Then we're going to climb up. I think this butt cheek is also way too big because it should be going into the background. Donk-a-donk-donk. That has a weird shape. Let's try that. There we go. Because we're following the line of this hip. Then this one should actually be closer because we're following the line of that hip. Right? Butts are hard to draw sometimes, especially at this angle. Hey Chomp, how's it going? Currently trying to draw glutes. Booty, 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 booty. Oh, I don't know why I'm giving the butt so much attention. It's gonna get covered up by a dress anyway. This is actually like way too far forward. It would be farther back because we have that layer of adipose tissue. There we go. And then this one would be fading off because it's being rounded. Then this. I'm alive. Been a weird day. No energy or motivation all day long. I feel that. I feel that in spades all day long. I've had like this weird feeling of nausea that has been casually coming and going, and I don't know what to do about it really. God, this is so annoying. Why is this so hard to draw? This one little curve. Obsessed with the butt. Okay, this goes all the way out to here. I think that's probably why I'm having trouble, is this. Because her butt should actually be touching right there. There we go. Alright. So this needs to go in a little bit more. Okay, that should be good. That's a good idea. This. Ah! It's like way too thick a line. I didn't even put that much pressure on it. Okay. Okay. So spine should be roughly like here-ish. Just for my frame of reference. So this needs to go way more forward if that's the case. Or this standing out a bit more. It's gonna be covered anyway. Stop fussing with it! Is what I want to scream at myself. Okay. I'll block out the eye. I think we want something a little bit more sad. Because our girl in the original is all boohoo sad. See, got the anime tears. Struggles of being an artist, always in room to perfect and improve. Well, that is precisely what we are doing tonight. We are going through old trash art and redoing it with the several years of improvement since then. This piece of artwork is over 10 God. A little bit over 10 years now is how old this is. This is from, like, when I was a teenager. I mean, just look at that duo-colored scene hair. And, like, is this... that's, like, the butt? And... What is that torso? I was about to ask if that was something you did in high school, but yeah, sign of the times. Yep, I think it was from like not 2005. It was a little later than that. I want to say something crazy like actually, yeah, it was probably around 2005. I know her torso got schlorped by these weird sleeves. Like, these are the signs of a very unconfident beginner artist. You got the anime eyes, you got the one strand of hair covering the face. Everything is covered in accessories. These lame angel wings, this quote-unquote anatomy, and this weird block thing that she is on is like, what even are you doing? So, because she's not a mom, she probably has a little bit less curve on the stomach. Because right now she is a bit too thick. We'll come back and adjust that later. Accordingly. I want to give her the sad expression. The saddest eyes. Looking at myself in the mirror. Okay, so eyebrows gotta go up like this. And then nose is gonna, let's close that so I can actually see the nose. Last piece of art I remember drawing was while I was in high school, and it was of a giant spider trying to force its way in a garage. Horrifying, I know. Yeesh. Here. This will be, me sharing the closet of cringe. Give me a moment. Archive photos, old sketches. So the ones that I was originally debating between was the one we're doing right now. Where is the other one? Where did it go? It disappeared. How lovely. Hold on, open recent. There we go. And recent and this one. For the other ones. Fun fact, this was before Howl's Moving Castle came out. This was me trying to be an edgelord drawing one of my Neopets. I'm not joking. Like the biblically accurate angel better. These aren't eyes, these are feathers. I swear. Yeah, I'm gonna try and redo some of these as best I can. Which, who knows? Maybe that's asking a lot. I'm not sure. Wings and not arms. Yeah, they were wings. I was just saying the feathers, even though they probably look like eyeballs, these are not eyeballs. These are, yeah, this is not like, it's not an eyeball. It's meant to be a, little feather. Like so. Tweep. Oh, that's shitty. Yeah, let's get out of here. I am not the best at doing freehand. I do like all of the weird creativity of like all the little gadgets, but oh man. Exactly what not to do. Chompy, always keeping it real. Wait, what? I erased her eyebrow somehow. Okay, so we want to do like give her some sad, sad tears. We want to give her a nice nose right there. Unlike all of the anime she was probably based on. Not what I said, but sure we can say that too. Excellent drawing of exactly what it's not. Oh, my inner critical artist is showing. Okay. A little, do the lips. Man, that nose needs to go a little bit higher. Or she is gonna look like a homunculus. Which is not the intention. Whoa. Now it's too high. Dear Lord. Give me strength. There we go. It would also probably help if she had an actual forehead. Because humans are not flat. As much as anime would have you believe, and this brow needs to go much farther up here. Oh, that hurt my eyes. Sorry, I was trying to look at myself in a mirror and oh boy. Ah, looking at yourself sideways like that. Good way to break your eyeballs. Scoot that up slightly. Shift this slightly up just a little bit. For okay, now for the lips. because I'm not drawing a man for once. I can actually give her big pouty lips, really accent them. Because drawing men, you usually do not want to accent the lips, or they will look very androgynous. Which, I mean, if that's what you're going for, feel free. That is too angular, I think. Yeah, that's too angular. Is that too angular? Let's flesh out the jaw a little bit more over here. God, I'm so used to drawing dudes. Everything feels wrong. Makes the eyes a little smaller. She's sideways. Wanna give this person. No, now it looks too flat. Ooh, gotta redraw the eyes. Fuck me. And the nose. I am so bad at faces, man. Straighten out the nose a bit. And that chin is a bit too generous. Make this bottom lip a bit bigger. Is that the right size for the mouth? Let's look at our reference. She does not have very prominent lips. It's mostly this bottom one. This is mostly the philtrum. A little pout right here. There we go. Best anime drawings I see have 3D depth to them. Yep. Okay. Hell, just adding shading to things sometimes is enough for some people. They're like, wow, that looks so in-depth. That's amazing. Wow. Let's see. I should start about here. That's where her eye starts, right? Yeah. Because her eyes are tipped. His whole head should be tipped. Let's just... yoink. That is the upside of working in something like Photoshop. Hooray. Also need to remember my is not the head is also a little too big. Just in general, because I got her hairline wrong. Gosh darn it. Didn't hit the right button. This needs to be just a little smaller. Does it have a... there we go. A little better. And the chin is a little bit more rounded. Okay, go off with this as a reference. Shave it down a little bit. That is way too round. There we go. Jaw curves around and then up like this. And the lips are more like, and they're less like this. These are frickin' old anime lips. They're more like so. God damn, I hate Photoshop sometimes as a drawing tool. I would switch, but God, I hate learning new tech. It makes me so nervous. Lips are not that far out. They're more like this. And that nose is too high on the face. Should be the midpoint. Right there. Yeah. Did I get that correct? Her nose is like right there. Ah! Hit the wrong button. That's too wide. Oh. No, we're not smiling. We're sad. We are frowning. Lips should be pursed more, maybe. Maybe that's the issue. No. God. I can't draw faces. This gonna take forever. Blah 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 blah. Do do do. Okay, so this is roughly the area I start. Ah. Need to shift this back slightly. eye is roughly the shape. And then we have the eyelid, clipsing it right here. Ah, eyebrows, Jesus Christ. Need to move this back slightly, or she's gonna look too weird. I need to also make this bigger, 'cause it needs to be stylized. Cause this is all gonna be hair. Skulls are not that long. There we go. This will just be a placeholder because we are not going to ink the tier. We are going to color it. Okay, now we'll start with the hair. Have to redo her ear. Should be roughly. Let's see. My own face. Ear connects with the bottom of the nose. And the top of the eyebrow. So we want to do the bottom of the nose. Top of the eyebrow. No, I think it's actually top of, so it'll connect with your pupil. So roughly here-ish. But because she's at an angle, that makes this a bit weird. So this is where her jaw lines up. This is roughly where this lines up. This is roughly where this lines up. This is space for her ear. Because she's in profile. Don't have to do too much to get a rough shape of the ear. I don't even remember who this character was supposed to be. I just remember being vaguely proud of the flower in her hair. Alright. What do you think, Chompy? Should we go for the crazy 2000s scene hair? Or do you think we should try and modernize things a bit? Go for 2024 undercut scene hair. Sure. Ah, shit, that's the wrong button. This needs to go a little farther if we're gonna do an undercut. All it's giving me is men's hairstyles. I think we need to make her ear a bit more shaped. Look at that. Because our ears are actually facing this direction, so it would actually be fairly prominent. Most people's ear have a vague little Y shape with them. So I'll leave it right there. Dun, 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 dun. Let's go. This. God, I hate this. Stop! Brush, you're being an ass. Oh, you're kidding. I didn't know. God, that chin is too big for her tiny face, I think. Herculean jaw, practically. There we go. That's a little better. Much better. Let's take a peek at our reference. Also, this lip is doing us no favors. To make that a tiny bit longer. So we don't look like we got fish lips. And let's take a peek at our source. Ugh. Let's go for... Man, that bang looks... Those bangs look stapled on. At some point, she became Helk. Let's make this brush a tiny bit bigger. Let's get rid of these reference lines. Ah, too big. Brush. Let's actually do the hair on a separate layer. So in case I fuck it up, I'm not messing up the face. That'd be a smart idea, huh, Danielle? Huh, Mora? Blech. Sorry, I was talking to my friend. Give her plenty of long, luscious locks. Because our hair does not lay like an anime figurine. Unless you practically glue it in place. So this is actually going to be up a little higher if you're frowning. Oops. Forgot I was on a different layer. Can confirm they're literally glued in place. As someone with a couple of figurines, you would. You weeb. Damn weebs. Okay. I didn't even buy them. Sure, they just showed up one day, magically. Oh, fuck me. Is that attached to this layer? Ball of suck. Well. Move those over slightly so that is not a problem. Wait. Stop auto-selecting. It's the wrong way. I think I need to delete these. Well, I need to delete this one. Also, Jesus Christ, I need to move her eye down. That's too high up on the face. Oh. Should probably grab her ear if I'm doing that as well. Oh, no, I don't want to crop it. Jesus. Maybe just the eye then. I think that's too close toward the front. Move it down slightly. There. That looks more normal and human. Move this slightly forward. There we go. Already looking a little bit better. Look, I can't stop people from mailing me stuff. Oh lord. Was it he who shall not be named? Sir Awu? Sir, Daki Makara? Of the waifu? Oh joy. That man needs to learn boundaries. Or someone's gonna punch them into him someday. Because that's just not cool to do to people. Yes, haha, it's so funny that I think this thing. I am going to send you this piece of plastic that is essentially going to become landfill waste as a present for you. Can understand the sentiment if it's like, oh, I mentioned that I have this thing that I like. But at the same time, it's kind of like, don't surprise people if they don't like it. Because then you're just surprising them for your sake, not for them. It's not a present then. It's a fun chore you've given them. Yeah, it didn't even arrive in one piece. It was broken and missing parts. Oh, was it that Alibaba shit that he was mass buying for a while? Because he had mentioned that and then had shown me, like, mass images of his naked waifu collection, which I was just like, dude, I don't want to see that. That's like you showing me your fucking the insides of your nasty fleshlight, being like, did I fill it up like a good boy? No. And I'm not gonna rub your nose in it either. So why are we having this fucking conversation? God, I'm so fucking tired today. Ugh. And it's weird, because it's not like I didn't sleep the right amount of time. Like, maybe I woke up a couple of times, or I was a bit restless, but beyond that, I slept pretty decently. And I slept the right amount of time, so. Oh, just fuck me, I guess. And I think her hair actually goes all the way down here. That is not a second wing. So we gotta have it go all the way down so we can hide that a little bit with her long hair. We don't have to get super detailed because we still have to draw the wing. Ag. Let's get rid of this guiding stuff so we can actually see what the hair is going to look like somewhat. Then go back to the hair layer. You know, Chompy, you could probably draw as well, if not better, than what I'm doing here. It's not super crazy what I'm drawing, and you've pretty much seen how easy it is to execute. Maybe, but it's been like 20 years since I last tried. Yeah, honestly, the only investment that what I'm doing right now would require would mostly just be for the tablet. Let's just smush these together. God, this needs to be a bit more exaggerated. For the sake of my sanity. There we go. That nose looks wrong. There we go. There we go. It's a bit too puffy. There we go. It's okay, Bubba. Jasper getting upset. I don't know if my mom slammed shut something or if our neighbors fired something off, but something went bang. He got upset. Poor doggo. Don't fall into bad habits. Bad Laura. No. Should I give her like a tiny bit of bang there? No. I think doing some overlap for the other side because she has a part. Thick neckline so I don't fuck myself over later. It's mostly going to be up to coloring for the dark and the blonde. Then let's do her wing, which would be like so. Let's see, what angle should we have this be at? Yeah, she has it spread out in the one that I did of her. That's just a Photoshop stock image borrow of a bird wing. Which I have gotten much better at drawing now. I'm actually proud of how decently I can draw birds. Or bird wings at least. Because you got this big, you start with the big fucking feathers at the bottom. Gotta move my reference over because it's kind of in the way. Whoops. Sorry, Senshi. Excuse me. Let's actually lengthen this a little bit. going like a chicken wing. We want to have something shaped roughly like this for the joint. Then we start with the big old feathers that are almost like little fingers. And give them a big rounded oval shape. Almost kind of teardrop shaped. Like fingers. Go bit by bit. And as we reach these segments, we're going to pull the feathers up. Because these aren't the feathers that guide the wing as much. These are our aviation flight feathers. They're getting thinner and smaller. So make it up to here. Then we're going to get rid of that guideline. And some of the shoulder back here. And the hair. Then for these, as you get closer, you're going to have more little fluffy feathers. Feather. Need to make these a bit longer. The age before internet pictures were easily available. Oh boy. An artistic nightmare indeed. We're going to get rid of these guidelines. In the before time when dinosaurs still roamed the earth. Dude, we're practically the same age. You're saying these things to me. I don't identify as a fossil yet. Pretty close though, Jesus. Yes, and. Rude. Very rude. Get the bark off my stream. God, that's such a dated, that's a Carlos Mencia bit. I apologize for that. We're gonna get that a little bit darker lining there. Get easier to parse out later. We're the only one here, so yes, but now I am putting up VOD, so I have to be a bit more careful about what I say to people. You know? Immemorialized in history, whatnot. Besides, there's more Indians than white people out there. Pretty sure. Pretty sure. Yeah, so if you ever get bored, you can look at my VODs. I posted a bunch of them up there. Yeah. But I'm sure there's plenty of others you'd rather look at, like Carbot animations and all them. Oh, who is this under here? Oh, it is a little dog. My dog hid under my desk, and I forgot his cute little face was right by my foot. I was just like, who is touching my foot? That doesn't feel like a cat. That's too big for a cat. I think I need to have a few more feathers coming out of here. Clean that up some. Also, Chompy, do you watch Demon Slayer at all? Or no? I forgot what your opinion on that show was. Because some people are totally like, oh, no, it's another shoujo. Cool. Oh, you're mad about it? I don't understand how so many people cannot be in love with Tojiro. Well, not in love. I like his character, and I think he is a good, sweet boy that deserves all of the love and success in the world because he is good and kind to people. I don't. He literally has little sutra earrings. And I'm actually surprised with how much continuity they maintain with the anime. Also, it's freaking beautiful. Also, Chompy, oh wait. Is it even playing? Yeah, it is. I was about to ask, what do you think of the music? Show's literally being carried by a foodable animating it, in my opinion. I don't know. I think that's definitely a big part of it, but I think a lot of the training arc stuff that they're doing is definitely pretty good. Like, it's taking a lot of the old shonen tropes that Dragon Ball and Bleach and all of those with the goddamn training arcs and battles and so on have used to fucking death. And it's putting a different spin on them. And it's putting a different spin on the villains. UFO table. Ufotable. Okay. For those, and then know what was peak, Ufotable, Garden of Sinners. Was that the one that you sent me? And I was kind of like, eh. Hold on, I'm looking up Garden of Sinners. Garden of Sinners. Yeah, I never saw that one, sorry, bud. Kara no Koyako Koyuka. Because it was kind of specifically locked into Crunchyroll. I'm trying to think of what else I've seen that is one of those ones that is always very versatile with people. Oh, you know what? One that just everyone thought was just such a fucking massive disappointment that shit the bed. Fuck, what was the name of it? The Promised Neverland Season 2. God, that was such a goddamn disappointment. And the beginning, it didn't really have that great a leg to stand on because the way they designed those children, I think Muppets. Oh, God. Yeah, so I heard. Yeah, no. It completely undoes all of the fun mystery shit and the idea of people, like, thinking ahead and doing all of this new unique shit with the anime where the kids are almost Ocean Elevensing them and all of the other children out of the baby eating factory, and then they undo probably one of the roughest decisions, which was like, hey, we have, by the way, this is spoilers for the show, if anyone watches in VOD later, be aware. So they actually kill off one of the main characters for our little trio, and they incapacitate another one. And so they kind of spit in the face of that by saying, like, oh no, the guy who died retroactively came back. Like, he's been at the heart of everything all along, and, like, planning this mass scheme to, like, kill all of the monster folks that were eating their friends. And then everyone just has, like, this big, like, oh, well, we forgive the monsters, and the monsters now have to know, like, that we're afraid of them, and, like, all of this crazy, like, organ trade business was going on, and it turned into, like, a not all monsters are evil thing, and it's just like, okay, you kind of ruined the entire, like, mysterious crux of the entire thing by making the child cannibals of this movie sympathetic. You fucking ruined it. Like, there's no coming back from that. You eat people, you eat children. It's not like oh no, but they're secretly misunderstood. No. No, you don't come back from that. I'm sorry. You can argue it as much as you want. Sounds like erased. Anime is totally different from the manga. I thought the erased anime was really fucking amazing. Is the manga super fucking disappointing and boring? Is it like Darker Than Black or the Durarara manga that came out in like one or two books but kind of fell flat on its ass? No, it's better. Really? It was better, actually. Oh, okay. Yeah. Because I remember trying to read the Darker Than Black manga and the Durarara manga, and both of them sucked ass. Both of them sucked massive ass. It's kind of the same level of ass pull that I got from Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer. The manga for that was really good, but the anime is absolute ass. It's so bad. The dubbing is bad. The voice acting in the sub is bad. The animation is god awful, and I swear to God someone used it as like a money laundering scheme. The anime was so trash and it made me so sad. Yeah. Yeah. Especially with how long it took for it to come out, you would think like, oh, this is gonna be some fire shit, right? Because they're like using cool Zodiac stuff. And no, like just all of it was super lame and bad and poorly written and poorly transferred from the original source material. It was such a massive letdown because I still remember like saving some of the scans on my computer because I looked at those scenes and I'm just like, God, this is like really fucking beautiful artwork. What was another one? There was some really, really bizarre time travel-ish. It was like a nesting Rashomon type story that I still have like pictures of. I'd have to like reverse no, Rosario Vampire, that one shit with the bed. Shit the bed with its anime. Yeah, I tried to watch Rosario Vampire and I was just like, why is Chompy hyping this up so much? I don't get it. I was just like, I don't want to watch this fucking anime about this dumb lolly. Get the fuck out of here. So bored. Or maybe I could be thinking about like Vampire Princess or whatever the fuck it was. Either way, just oh, such a bad series of anime in the early 2000s of like from like manga that were like really beautifully drawn. I fucking remember that early Hellsing anime and oh man. Oh man, that early Hellsing anime was such hot garbage. Like, I appreciate what they tried to do, and the soundtrack for that was fucking amazing with all of the really nice jazz and kind of rock and roll stuff that they tried to do for it, but God, the artwork in spots was just so fucking cheap and awful. It was so ugly. And not ugly in the way of like, oh, well, that's just the style. No, it lacked all of the beauty of the original author's like deep, thick line art and super stylized faces, and it just went in favor of like, oh, well, whatever, we're gonna draw it specifically in the style of how this director draws things, and we're gonna make up our own stories because there's only 2 volumes of the manga out. I fucking hate it when they rush popular manga to production without the stories being done. Stares at Full Metal Alchemist. Let's see if I can find the references. Let's see. References. Game references. Illustrator assets. No. Poses and scenery. No. God, I might have gotten rid of it. I hope not. Because that would be a shame. Oh, deleted. I might have deleted it. Nope, I didn't. Can I have your opinion on... Let's see. Because I remember being really interested in the art of this anime. Let's just... New... let's just do 3,000. So I can get your opinion on this. Did my boy Marco dirty with an anime movie called King of Thorn? Oh, I'm sorry, bud. Because I'm curious if you know this if you know this manga. Because I don't even know if... Like, the whole crux of the anime that was really cool was... It was about this woman who used to defend... She was like a city guard, but she went kind of feral after all of her friends and comrades got killed. And so she was protecting this kid. And, like, one of the really cool scenes is her facing off against this wolf that is trying to be like, hey, I'm gonna kill you and eat all of the bodies of your fallen comrades. And she just fucking takes on the wolf, and that's the skin of the thing that she's wearing, apparently. I'd have to look it up. And the story literally starts with this couple meeting, and all of a sudden, one of them has, like they're trying drugs or something, or telling a story. And the other one just kind of phases out of reality, and it turns out that it's actually the little kid. This young boy here. that was, looks like something I've read, or at least the artist I've seen before. Yeah, I remember it being, like, pretty interesting, because you didn't usually see women in positions of, like, power or actually given fighting skills, and the entire crux of it actually ended with, I think it was both her and the kid died, executed because she was kind of feral and a murderer. And, the kid was, they killed him specifically for, not harboring her, but, like, I think he was part of some kind of dynasty or something or other, and that was kind of the crux of why they were trying to kill him in the first place. Soften the nose a bit more. I think I might have just found it, but I need to poke around in a couple of chapters to make sure. Okie doke. Yeah, I would have read this a long time ago, like when I was still in, like, either high school or college, so that might give you a good timeline for the date of it. It's fairly old. Oh, that looks bad. Let's undo that. Cool. What's the name of it? Shut Hell. Yeah, I remember it being really interesting. Very graphic, but interesting. Just DM it to... Oh, thank you. I have read it. Nice. Yeah, I barely remember the plot, but for some reason I saved some of the, scans of it out of love for how it's drawn. Because I remember finding it really interesting, and it wasn't like anything I had seen at the time. But it was not super popular, was the other thing. Because I hadn't heard anyone really mention it, and that's when I kind of started to read a bit of manga online, but then I stopped because One Piece and Full Metal Alchemist were what I was reading at the time, along with D. Gray Man, which I could not follow the recent story if you gave me a play-by-play, because it feels like it just kind of fell apart, or the person stopped making the manga or something, because it didn't look right. Like, the paneling and stuff, everything was super loose and abstract, so I have no idea what was going on with that shit. Now you've got me hunting down another series I was reading at the time that was really good that I think I might be able to recommend as well. Well, two, but one of them I actually remember the title. Nice. Think that nose might be just a little long. That just makes it look like she has an underbite. No, Edge of Tomorrow was based off of a manga called All You Need Is Kill. I've never seen Edge of Tomorrow, so no. There's no explanation for the hows or whys, just that this one happened to him. TLDR of the plot is MC is in the apocalypse, and for whatever reason, the same day keeps repeating for him. I see. So, like our friendly skeleton man in Skeleton Couldn't Protect the Dungeon, I see. That's too thin. nostril is too big. There we go. Why the fuck is it being dumb? Okay, now for the rose. Uh. There we go. So we can look at that when we draw. Get a rough idea. I hate it when it suddenly is like, ooh, I'm gonna catch up all at once because I was lagging. I think I need to raise her ear a tiny bit. This soundtrack is reminding me slightly of the Kill the Princess soundtrack. Oh, never mind. Oh, Kill the Princess. That is such a well-written visual novel. By the way, you can rescue all the princesses. That's probably the coolest part. Nice. Yeah, I have played that game from front to back, so I am well aware of how fucking cool, but also how punishing it can be sometimes. It's like, oh, you fucked up, but you didn't save. Go all the way back, peasant. It also only gives you a number of saves, so if you're like, oh fuck, I don't know what to feel about this decision, but I have to save from a previous one to re-explore certain decisions. I think the Beast Princess is... Actually, no, I think the Witch Princess is probably my favorite. Which is your favorite princess iteration? Chompert. Are you super into the fighting princess? She is pretty cute. She will break you. I don't know yet. So far, it's just the first one. Haven't actually seen much of the game. Oh, okay. Yeah, because as you go along, you're gonna see the different iterations. I think you will like that one. The Fighting Princess. I mean, I prefer the ones like Kivye from Sword King. Is that the Goddess of Death one? Who went all soon when she became a human. Or not soon, Sweet. Her puppet she put on Rathna, yeah. Yeah. Okay, that is good enough for our cute little flower. Okay, get rid of this. Yep. Let's do some more detailing on the wing. Oops. I'm so happy the MC is finally not depressed anymore and found out Kifie is in danger somewhere after they parted ways at the end of season 3, so now Haben is actually looking for her again. Nice. Oh, that's why I'm drawing on the wrong layer. Gotta fucking love that shit as an artist, especially a digital one. Yeah. You're alright, Bubba. My dog finally came out of hiding. Poor sweet Puppo. He's so easily scared.
He sit like a chicken and he act like a chicken.
He's licking my elbow because I said the word chicken. Jasper, don't do that. Fucking dog jump scaring me. As if to say, who's the chicken now? Rude. No, I think he honestly barked at me because he thought I was gonna get up and give him one of his TREATs. Dogs can't spell. Get punked. Gotta love how I can't fucking draw faces to save my life, but I can do hands and wings pretty decently. God, if I have to hear this song one more time, I'm gonna fucking flip a bitch. I swear to God, there's only like 2 lo-fi channels on the whole of YouTube for this copyright-free music. Copyright free music. I swear to God.
Please sit. Why don't you enjoy a cup of calming jasmine tea?
Going to switch that out. That was Uncle Iroh. You're not just streaming Lo-Fi Girl on Spotify or something. No, because I think some of those you can get a DMCA from. Yeah, because Twitch is really fussy about that, and I don't want to derail my shit before I even get it started. Fuck, I'd play music that I like instead of this lo-fi stuff. I mean, I don't have a problem with lo-fi, but there's like a limit to how much you can enjoy, right? Especially when it's like the same 5 songs looped over and over on the lo-fi radio stations. Oops. This is the point where the wing starts to turn into a whole lot of fluffy feathers. Hell, I think the reason a lot of lo-fi got popular is because all of it is remix music, which a lot of people can't claim DMCA for. Because it straight up borrows so much remixing from other artists. I know that Lol music is DMC free. Might be worth going through that to see if there's anything you might enjoy. Yeah. Let's see. DMCA free. You know it's also free. Undertale music by Toby Fox is free. At least I think it is. Is Toby Fox still is Toby Fox music royalty free? Non-commercial use of Undertale and Deltarune soundtrack. Cool. Well, unless you're borrowing from a fucking Nintendo one, and then they are total asshats. Games community might be a drag, but everything else is good on... That Riot is good. Yeah, I just don't know any of the LOL music, so I don't want to delve into something that's gonna be annoying. I know the fucking music for Undertale and Deltarune is goddamn spot on, though. I said most, not all. Yeah. Did you ever play Undertale, by the way, Chomp? Besides, it me, I'd force everyone to listen to the overworld music for Golden Sun on my streams if I didn't think Nintendo would shut my ass down immediately. Psst. I mean, I would share the Helsing OST if I didn't think I'd get a copyright strike. Oh, you couldn't get into Undertale? It's so funny, though, and cute. And it riffs on so many things. I also understand that it can be a bit rough depending on who is doing the voice acting for it. If you're watching it being streamed. Because some people are absolute ass garbage about doing the voices and stuff. Okay, time to cover up that donk. Pop down a save. Do you ever watch High C Stretch and she just does like the tail flare up when she stands up? And it's just the cutest goddamn thing ever. Because kitty. I know, I just missed the boat at the time. Tried to watch a few people Let's Plays, but the first couple minutes made me feel like it was one of those games I should play first before I watch anyone. Yeah, you can still play it. You can still play it and enjoy it entirely. Like, just knowing, like, oh, hey, I should, like, try and befriend these people and stuff. Honestly, I can't do the genocide run. I can't do the super mean option for that game because the way Toby wrote the characters, it's just, oh god, it makes me not want to. It makes me not want to go down that road and like hurt the friends I made. Because that's what it feels like. It feels like I would be hurting people that I loved. Because, I mean, look at Papyrus. He's just a goofy sweet boy who wants to do good and have people love and accept him. That's such a relatable human emotion. Like, all of the characters just have so much that is human about them despite being called monsters. Kind of like in Helk, where the The literal monsters are more human than any human being Hulk has ever met, for the most part. In his childhood, anyway. Yep. I never finished that, by the way, so... No spoilerino, if you please. Jeez! Oh, jeez. Jeez, I'm crow. Oh, those are some super lazy feathers I did. I don't know, I feel like Undertale would definitely be up your alley if you give it a shot, with a lot of the humor it uses. It's very goofy, it feels very anime, and also very, like making a lot of riffs off of classic gaming culture. So I feel like if you gave it a chance, it might be good. I don't know. I don't even know if you've ever finished playing Baldur's Gate, or if you just dove completely dick first back into WoW. Hulk was refreshing classic manly man, but he's actually just the nicest guy to live ever. Well, I mean, that's kind of why I really liked the whole thing with Tanjiro in Demon Slayer. Because fucking Tanjiro is the nicest, sweetest boy ever, and the best, like, the most responsible, best big brother to all of his siblings, and it's truly... He truly feels all of the emotions that go on in that anime, and like, when he's in pain, he actually is in pain, but he doesn't, like, actually, at the end of the day, make himself a worse person with his jadedness or bitterness that so many other people would feel in his situation of losing his precious family, of losing everything. I don't know. I really like Demon Slayer. I think they did a good job. I will say the previous season left a bit to be desired with the Swordmaker village, but I am kind of glad they did throw in some of the eye candy for the ladies. And for the gentlemen, of course. And learning about the different little backgrounds for, like, they don't treat background characters like, oh, okay, this person's just an NPC with, like, a quest and no actual life of their own. They treat people like people, which I can appreciate. Even the part where, in one of the more recent episodes, some of the people in the group started calling Tanjiro Mom because he's the best person in their squad at cooking because he grew up his entire life cooking for his siblings. and he's the best at rolling rice balls. And it's just such a fun, warm time with like little segments like that in between like the horrible shit that happens because of the demons, and it being a manga that reminds us that hurt people hurt people. People that are hurting hurt others. Makes me wonder what big bad awful thing happened to like the main villain, or if he's just kind of like Naraku and from Inuyasha, and he's just kind of always been a bastard. Alright, I started a new layer specifically so I could work on the outfit, not wings. Sometimes it's just nice to have your Dio Brandos and Narakus. Naraka! Yeah. I will say one thing for Naraku that I really liked, and as a teenager, I was very, I was very shook about it, and the like, oh my, an anime boy way. I really liked how deep Naraku and Sashomaru's voices were. But there's something very seductive about a deep voice. What can I tell you? Okay, let's do... These feel too thick. God, Toby Fox does such good goddamn music. If you've never heard, by the way, best show, the greatest show on Earth, or the greatest show, it's a music video that I don't think it was made by him, but some of the music was, and just, oh god, the animation is gorgeous. The song is beautiful and just an absolute earworm. And the lyrics are so fucking dark and creepy. It's by far one of my favorite songs, I would say, and will be stuck in my head for some time. Let's make this a little thinner. Does that look right? It does not. Trying to think of one of the better villains I remember thus far. That isn't just like a Joffrey or something. I think, does Majima count as a villain? I don't think Majima counts as a villain. Stop focusing on the butt. His entire existence and purpose is to troll everyone else. Did you know he has popped up in several games as like a massive joke? Mostly because the creators of those games are fans of him, but it's still funny nonetheless. And because there's so many fangirls that are thirsty for Majima. Not surprised, low-key. I'm surprised we don't just have Zoro randomly showing up and stuff, since there's an on-running joke in the One Piece community that he always gets so lost he ends up in the entirely wrong show. Silly. Let's look at our reference picture. For sleeves. Let's try bringing that in a bit more. Because our original has some skinny little chicken arms. Oh, that's another anime that was trash compared to its manga counterpart that just suddenly came to mind. Dead Man Wonderland. Oh, that was such a letdown. Because the animation started off really great, but the plot was just all over the place. It never really finished anything. And I think the animation company ended up going out, not out of business, but I think they gave up on the production like halfway through and just kind of like, whatever, that's the end, womp womp. think I'm gonna go farm that stupid sword I'm still looking for since the last time I popped into your stream. Ha! Best of luck. The reveal at the end wasn't really a big reveal because they blew their load too early. Ah, yeah. I think so as well. The butt is now a dress. Oh, you got it on the first kill. Haha, I'm your good luck charm. Thank you, RNGesus. You are welcome, my son. Maybe it's the power of the Undertale music. Maybe this is your good luck jam. By the way, I was farming the boss that dropped the sword was standing in the center of the room because he leaps in from the ceiling on spawn right, but because his leap is an attack, I reflect Thorn's damage, and I have it so ludicrously high he just dies instantly every time. It's very silly and very efficient. Neat. Whew. So I think, what do you think, Chompy? Pretty good redraw, huh? Oh, I'm forgetting one little accent. Don't want to drop that bag. There we go. Ta-da! Oh! And then tomorrow I am going to try and ink this sucker and show you all what that looks like with my technique. Only took 3 hours. Yep, I am very rusty crusty, my friends. Whew. I am hoping I can kind of paint this into a kind of little ocean scene. She's watching while sitting on a cliffside. And with that, it has been 3 hours. I am going to take a break, chill out, and probably crash. Thank you for watching, Chompy. Thanks for stopping in, Curse GG. Anyone that's lurking, thank you. Anyone that's watching the VOD, thank you. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful night, all of you. Bye-bye.